Organizing data. Now in organizing data, we must have the data at first to organize, right? So we have to collect lot amount of data or information to start organizing it. Now for organizing data, we will be requiring raw data. As I discussed, the data that is to be collected to be organized later on is the raw data, or otherwise if you try to define it, raw data is nothing but information collected that cannot be analyzed. We have all the values lying up together, but we cannot analyze that how many, which values are the maximum, which are the least values, and so on. So the data just collected for organization purpose is known as the raw data. Now I'm taking up an example over here which has a number of students of a class. I did a survey of few students of the class and I asked them about their favorite subjects. So here you can see the favorite subject of the first student of the class was arts. For the second student, maths was the favorite subject. For the third student, science was the favorite. For fourth student, English. For fifth student, maths, and so on. So this data is in the raw format. Why? Because here the data is just being collected. You cannot come to any conclusion from this data, right? So I am going to organize this data into a tabular form. Now this tabular form representation is always going to be used for the organization purpose, because this is the easiest one and the most useful one, because the tabular form is always helpful in understanding data. Now over here I have written down the subject column where I will be writing all the 4 subjects that have been included in the question. The next would be the tally marks column where I will be making the bars representing which value occurred how many times, and the last would be the number of students who loved arts, the number of students who loved maths, and so on. So let us start with the tally marks making of the first data, that is arts. Let us check for the data over here. Over here the first student liked arts, so I am going to make one bar, one tally mark in the art section. For the second student, the liking was towards maths, so we will make one more bar in the maths section. Similarly, one bar in the science section and one tally mark in the English section. Now again the same one for maths, we will make another bar or another tally mark in the maths section, art section another mark, and so on. So we will continue making the tally marks depending how many times the value has been coming, and we will get the tally mark section like this. Now we are going to fill the number of students section. For number of students section, we are going to count the number of tally marks for each case. Now let us start counting them. Here 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This makes the group of 5. So 5 plus 2 will give us the number of students who had art as their favorite subject. Similarly, we will count the number of students for using tally mark counting for maths, number of students who loved science, and number of students who loved English. Now what we are going to do is, for each one we are going to write the values respectively. Let's say for arts, let us count, it is 5 plus 2, 7. For maths it is 4. For science it is 5 plus 1, 6. For English it is 4. Now here 7, 4, 6 and 4. This data is represented in this format. Now can you tell me, can you answer a question of mine, which is, which subject is liked most by the students? You can say over here that 6 number of students are liking science, or you can also see the number of students who liked arts. So you can say in this class maximum number of students are liking arts as the subject, right? So arts is the most favorite subject of the students. Now this data 7, 4, 6 and 4 is representing how many times the data has been repeated. So this is representing my frequency. Frequency is how many times any value in the raw format has been repeated. So that is the frequency. Because we are doing a frequency representation in a tabular format in which the total frequency, the total number of students have been divided or distributed in each section depending on their liking towards the subject, we say that this tabular format shown is showing us the frequency distribution table representation. So this is one representation in which the raw data can be represented to make it more understandable. Now you can easily understand which is the most liked subject by the students, that is art, which is the least liked subject of the students. It is a tie between maths and English both. So this is how you can actually organize data and make it useful for you, right? You can make many more analysis from that, right? So organizing data is always helpful, but always do that by using frequency distribution table.